Good afternoon all. We are presenting the dramatic presentation of the case Indre S. Mulgaonkar, AIR 1978, SCC 717. I am the first narrator, Samruddhi Joshi. But before going to this case, we will be presenting the case of ADM Jabalpur versus YS Shukla 1976 to SCC 521, which creates basis for Mulgaonkar case. The background of the ADM Jabalpur versus YS Shukla 1976 case is, in the year 1977, Indira Gandhi declared an emergency all of a sudden, which surrendered fundamental rights of people also, in which many leaders and famous journalists got arrested under the MISA Act. YS Shukla was one of the journalists of the arrested ones, but he didn't get the chance to appear before the court. So YS Shukla filed a writ of habeas corpus, which literally means to produce the body. And after 2 months, judgment has passed. Let us see the court proceedings of the case ADM Jabalpur versus YS Shukla 1976 to SCC 521.
I'm a petitioner lawyer. May I proceed?
Yes.
Obliged. My lord, my client has been arrested on the night emergency was declared by PM under MISA Act. However, he is not getting the opportunity to present before the court. Hence, we have filed a petition under habeas corpus. Your Honor, it is a clear-cut violation of Article 21, right to life.
Start.
I am the respondent for him. May I proceed? Yes. Much obliged. My lordship, the arrest was made only under MISA Act, that was Internal Security Maintenance Act, which was need of power. So therefore, there is no harm to his right to life.
As the arrest was only for security purposes, because of declared emergency by PM, the court stands with the government. During an emergency, an Article 21, that is right to life, gets suspended. The judges who are having consensus with the decision proclaimed by me, please raise hand. I disagree with the decision. Hence, the case is concluded.
Hello friends, I am Sophie Rubina and the second narrator for this case. After the judgment of ADM Jabalpur versus YS Shukla, A.J. Noorani, a famous Indian lawyer and a constitutional expert, wrote an article in a newspaper and put forth many questions against the judges, including the Chief Justice Beg, excluding H.R. Khanna, who was against the act of government. This made Chief Justice Beg angry and he filed a case of contempt of court against the editor of Indian Express, S. Mulgaonkar. Now, the issue. Whether attempt to hold the trials of everything and everyone by publication in newspaper amount to contempt of court. Whether criticism of judiciary by press amounts to contempt. Now, let us see the court proceedings of Supreme Court.
My lordship, on the respondent lawyer, may I proceed? Much obliged. My lordship, my client, S. Mulgaonkar, is accused of contempt of court of law, which is not reasonable, as he was just practicing his freedom of speech and expression under Article 19(1). This article gives each and every individual the freedom of speech and expression by oral, written, picture, and banner.
The court will act with the seriousness and severity where justice is jeopardized by a gross or unfounded attack is calculated to obstruct or destroy the judicial process. The court is willing to ignore by majestic liberalism, tripping and menial offences. The dogs may bark, the carbon will pass on. The court will may not be prompted to act as a result of an easy irritability. Under the freedom of speech and expression of Article 19, subsection 1, subsection 8, I will request the other judges who would agree with me. Yes. Will agree with me. Mr. Sir.
S. Mulgaonkar vs. Unknown, 1978 is a case that led to a landmark ruling on the subject of contempt. By a 2:1 majority, the court held Mulgaonkar, then editor of the Indian Express, not guilty of contempt, although the same bench had initiated the proceedings. Justice P. Kailasam and Krishna Iyer formed the majority, going against the Chief Justice of India, M.H. Beg. Justice Iyer's counsel of caution in exercising the contempt jurisdiction came to be called the Mulgaonkar principles. The Iyer ruling of the case. Justice Iyer said he agreed to initiating contempt proceedings as Chief Justice Beg was anguished but did not agree with pursuing it. A similar case involving the Times of India was decided just days earlier, in which Justices Kailasam and N. Utwalia has disagreed with Chief Justice Beg, forming the majority opinion. Underlining his reasons for not exercising the court's power to punish for contempt, Justice Iyer said the first rule in the branch of power is a wise economy of use by the court of its branch of its jurisdiction. He argued in favor of harmonizing the constitutional values of free criticism, the fourth state included, and the need for a fearless, curial process and its presiding functionary, the judge. Bennett, Coleman and Company and others were the Union of India and others on 30th October 1972.